Well, hello there, people in the internet, and hello again. I'm TheMBmulti. Welcome to part 32, 32 of my Let's Play Doki Doki Blue Skies. In the previous episodes, we spent an entire day with Sayori again, reminiscing of childhood memories that we had, getting interrupted by a phone call from Mom when she was about to tell us something extremely serious. But of course you couldn't do that because this is not the third act yet. So otherwise it would be way too early. So the ex machina phone call had to come in to break her out of her spell, kind of. Anyway, we are into Act 2 now. So no more skipping. All of this will be new stuff, so I will have to read everything. At least for the most part, I'm not 100% sure, but for the most part. As the sound of my alarm makes its unwelcome presence in my bedroom, I can't help but wonder, do I even need an education? every fucking one has had that question. Has everyone had that philosophical train of thought at least once? I could totally just become a video game streamer. Ow, okay. Reluctantly, I sit up and stretch. But was that really necessary to fucking jab at me like that? Even though I don't do this for a living. This is just a hobby, but still. I just hope I don't run into any of those pricks who ruined our festival. Not to mention, I hope they aren't giving any of the club members any flack. Especially Sayori. At least Sakura is cool. Surprisingly, Sayori is already there by the time I arrive. Good morning! I give her a mockingly suspicious look. You know, for someone who sleeps in a lot, you sure are chipper in the mornings. Hey, am I not allowed to be happy? Ah, of course you are, Sayori. Ready for another super exciting and totally not boring day at school? Ready as I'll ever be. How about you? Could be worse, I guess. I'm enjoying history a lot, actually. Sakura is a really good teacher. Oh yeah, I remember you saying. We're pretty lucky to have him, aren't we? Definitely. I didn't think anyone could top Makoto last year, but Sakura has somehow managed to pull it off. I guess it helps that history is a decent subject. I always preferred those kinds of subjects myself too. What do you mean? You know, Japanese, history, anything that isn't math or physics. Still not much of a science kind of girl, huh? Nope. I didn't think so. You were always better than me when it came to more creative subjects though. Looking back, when we helped each other out with our homework, I guess we covered each other's weaknesses, huh? We sure did. I remember we used to doodle on each other's work too. You even handed in that science homework once and you didn't even realize I had drawn a bunch of animals all over it. Sayori laughs just as school looms in sight. Her giggles coupled with the sudden remembrance of that silly memory causes a warm feeling to wash over me. I had totally forgotten about that. My science teacher, on the other hand, well, let's just say he didn't expect a bunch of cats, rabbits, and dogs to be on that worksheet. Well, we were learning about evolution, so I guess you drawing all those animals was fitting, right? Of course! It totally wasn't me just getting my revenge from you pulling that planet's prank. Oh, that was something I'll never forget. Ah, you mean the Uranus joke? The fact that Sayori can't help but giggle when she hears the name is testimony to how she's truly a child at heart. Yes, I grin at her, although she initially tries to pout. She can never hold an angry face, even when she's joking. Like when we were first learning about the solar system, I heard about what was... What? Back when we were first learning about the solar system, I heard about what was so funny about Uranus from a classmate of mine. Sayori, being blissfully ignorant at the time, asked me what was so funny about the planet's name. I told her to ask her mother how Uranus was looking, and she actually did. Distinctly, I can remember it being in utter hysterics when her mother was both parts confused and stern with her daughter for apparently asking such a rude question. Definitely one of my little personal victories. Haha. Come on, you have to admit we got each other good. Anyway, I'll catch you at lunchtime. See ya. Bye. As I make my way over to my classroom, the typical school scene greets me. Students of varying ages making their way to wherever they need to be, no doubt bracing themselves for the drag that is Monday morning. The sound of chattering and laughter fill the atmosphere as I spot a few familiar faces. Occasionally a teacher admonishes a laggy student, no doubt reminding them to not be late for homeroom. Outside my classroom I peer through the window. There's a few of my classmates there already. Sakura himself looks like he's only just arrived. Ah, Mark, good morning. How was your weekend? Morning, sir. Not bad, not bad. I haven't woken up that early on a Saturday for a while, so I figured I'd make the most of it. Would you believe me if I told you I spent it enjoying the outdoors and getting homework done? There's a mischievous twinkle in Sakura's eyes as he answered. Why, Mark, of course I would. After all, given your impeccable history with handing in homework on time, it would be hard pressed not to. On the topic of handing homework in time, one of my classmates noticeably fidgets. I'm willing to bet he hasn't done last week's assignment. Granted, there may have been 1 or 2 times where I was guilty of the very same thing. At least Sakura is fairly relaxed about missing the odd deadline. I check the clock hanging on the wall. It's almost time to start, and a few last-minute stragglers hurriedly make their way in. Most people are here at this point. Sakura is sitting by his desk, a pen between his fingers and a thoughtful look on his face. Emmy hurriedly makes her way past the door and into her seat next to me. Kind of ironic how she's on the track team, yet still the last one in which Sakura picks up on. Ah, Emmy! He leans back in his chair as Emmy looks up at him with an innocent face with as innocent a face as she can muster. There we go, fucking hell. Yes, sir? How is it that a member of the school's track team is the slowest one to arrive? Light chuckles fill the room. Sakura's banter with the students is always amusing to witness. Well, I'm not technically late, am I? She does have a point, sir. See, even the class rep is on my side. Come on, Sayori. What happened to respecting authority? I'm not the one who makes the rules, sir. As if on cue, the bell rings, a moment after Eri slips into her seat. Cutting it pretty close. Now that everyone is here, let's get started. Now, believe me when I say that the First World War is one of the most interesting— No! Roman history! Roman history! Roman history! Although your science teachers may beg to differ. Then beg. So a conflict involving nations from all across the world, continent to continent. With soldiers as well as civilians involved in the fighting, it truly changed the geopolitical climate for many of the combatants involved. As he talks, his trademark enthusiasm shines through. It's almost like he was born to be a teacher. Now, can anyone tell me the year it started? Bonus points if you can explain how it began. 1914? I guess? Don't quote me on that. The bonus points are super easy though. Assassination on Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Serbia. Of Austria-Hungary. And before anyone asks, no, bonus point does not mean exemption from homework for a week. I got up and smiled to myself, hearing a mixture of groans and laughs from the class. Maybe Monday morning won't be so boring after all. Oh, I'm not gonna get the good— Okay, I have to double check now whether I was actually correct or not. I thought that they were gonna give me the answer. World War I. Yes! 1914! I was correct! 28th of July, specifically, to 1918. I knew 1918, but I knew it lasted 4 years. So I was like, I'm pretty sure it's 1914 to 1918, but I wasn't 100% sure. But yes, I was correct. And apparently it started on the 28th of July. And of course it was assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Anyway. Oh, this is a new picture. Hi, Sayori. You're looking a bit livelier. Sakura has that effect on us. We're also learning about the First World War, which is pretty interesting. You're right, it is. Although it's so sad thinking about all those soldiers who died. In such horrible ways too. For sure, they were hoping it would be a war to end all wars. Yet 20 years later, they were at it again. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Anyway, how was your morning? What subject did you have? Physics. In the morning! Mark, that's so unfair. We should have a subject I enjoy on a Monday morning. Sleeping isn't a subject though. Hey, I like Japanese too, you know? Japanese history, even stuff like English. The subjects where I can express myself a bit more. You know, given how you're in the literature club, it all makes sense now. As in, why you prefer subjects like Japanese. More creative subjects where you can write stories, poems, that sort of thing. Yeah. Plus I don't think I'll ever need to work out the area of a triangle in real life. Well, I really hope not. Reminds me of that. It reminds me of that Vine. Like, whenever guy sitting in math class and then there's like super difficult formula on it. Like a super difficult formula problem on the board. Like, when are we ever gonna need this? And then like 5 years later, he's driving this car and then the police officer pulls him over like, is there a problem, officer? Yeah, there is. And then he holds a piece of paper with the exact same formula on it. This problem, solve it now. And he's like, fuck. That Vine is awesome. Whereas stuff we learn about in Japanese helps with writing poems. Although I don't think the teacher was happy when she found me trying to write a poem in her class. But it's not my fault, right? She looks at me with puppy dog eyes, and in that moment it hits me just how adorable Sayori can be. With those big blue eyes, it's impossible to say no to her, and... Wait a minute, where is this coming from? Huh? Yeah, no, definitely not your fault. Anyway, what's that you've got? I motioned to the foods in front of her. It's very obvious what she's eating, but I needed a quick change of topic to cover whatever it was that just came over me. Huh? You mean this? It's a cinnamon bun. Really delicious. Sayori, I couldn't get a word of that. But I'm guessing you're enjoying it. She loudly gulps down the sugary delight. Sorry. Yeah, it's so yummy. Do you want to try some? Can't hurt. As she tears off a piece and reaches forward, I'm struck by how soft and warm her hands are. It's only a brief moment of contact, but it's enough to ignite that weird warm feeling within. Triple dot. Snap out of it! I pop it into my mouth and savor the sweet taste filling my taste buds. Remind me to get some of my own. I'm planning on tactically snacking on these during class this afternoon. That's one way of getting me through a boring school day. Well, if it works, it works. Just like that, the alarm rings, signifying the end of the lunch break. Back to it, I guess. Waving goodbye to Sayori, we make our respective ways back to our classrooms. Okay. So, yeah, okay, so first, establishing the relationship again. We're just being normal friends, and good friends at that. Another day, another lesson. Thankfully, it's a Friday, meaning the tempting allure of the weekend beckons. Just one more day to sit through. As Sakurai explains the origin of the war, my mind can't help but drift away. Who was it who decided we should have 5 working days with only 2 days off? Man, that seems mighty unfair if you ask me. Oh well. Roman school children didn't even have a weekend. They went to school every day of the week. And they went from school from sunrise to sunset. And there was only one very large 1 hour lunch break in the middle. So, it can always be worse. Well, then again, schools were closed during most Roman festivals. And Rome had a lot of festivals. So, it compensates, you know? It compensates the fact that you don't have any weekends. And then the fact that during most of the religious festivals, the schools are closed. But yeah, whatever. Yeah. So yeah. There's like a positive and a negative to everything. A 4-day weekend, a 3-day weekend sounds so much better. That is actually 100% true. I know Sayori would definitely agree. Probably not Monika though, given how hard she works. Speaking of Sayori, I wonder what she's up to. I've noticed that she's been on my mind a little more than usual. Even when I was at home, just playing video games in an effort to procrastinate on my homework. Knowing her, she's probably doodling instead of paying attention. Then again, I'm daydreaming myself. I guess shorter attention spans are something we both suffer from. It's a little on the warm side in here anyway. It's so good I wouldn't mind too much if I spaced out, right? Triple dot. Spending more time with Sayori recently has made me think. Oh god, triple dot. Oh, Dad. Hey Mark. Don't run off too far ahead. Or don't run too far off ahead. Sorry Dad, I just want to play. Such a ball of energy, aren't you? Don't worry, your dad and I will keep an eye on you. Oh, and here's some money. Oh, and here's some money! Buy something from the ice cream truck. Would you like us to come with you? No, it's okay, I'm a big boy now, remember? Of course, darling, how could we ever forget? Dad grins as he reaches out to effectively ruffle with my hair. Of course you are. Of course you are, son. Now, go out there and have fun. And buy ice cream. I barely hear him as I take off, bound towards the ice cream truck. Oh, is this where I meet Sayori for the first time? As I'm lining up, my mind runs crazy at the thoughts of all the different flavors and choices. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, mint. Ugh, mint. It's great. Well, except that last one. The line shuffles forward and I dig into my pockets and bring out the money. They've given me more than I need for the ice cream. Awesome. That means I can get more than one. I quickly look around me, trying to spot my parents. They're sitting on the bench, chatting away. They won't notice. Oh yeah, this is the best day ever. Huh? Who's this? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Child Sayori. Look at her. Yeah, do you want to pick her up and throw her around? Or like, wee. Or even better, wee. Yeah. Standing to the left of me is a young girl. She's looking sadly at the ice cream truck in front of me. Why is she looking sad though? All of the other kids are happy. She should be happy. There's ice cream right here. Hey. The girl jumps a little. Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. She turns to look at me, giving me a wide smile. Huh? Wasn't she sad just a moment ago? It's okay. I'm Sayori. Hi Sayori. I'm Mark. I saw you looking sad. Do you want some ice cream? That makes me happy when I'm feeling sad. Ice cream? For me? You'd buy that for me? Sure. My mommy gave me too much money. I would have got 2 ice creams for myself, but you look sad and I don't like seeing my friends sad. Sayori looks at the floor. She looks kinda shy. Are you sure? Yeah. Now come on, which one do you want? Oh, thank you. The that one, with the long name. The Simanon. Yeah, okay. I hand it over to her, taking mine from the ice cream man. Thanks again, that's okay. Do you want to be friends? Oh yeah, it's just, fucking hell. If only it was so easy nowadays. Or at least if people's minds would make it as easy as this. Fucking hell, how beautiful would that be? Her eyes light up as she shows me a bright smile. Okay, do you want to go by the swings? I'll race you there. Hey, no fair. Hey, you didn't say when to start. Good choice, by the way, Sayori. Swings were always my favorite part of the playground. Thanks for being my friend, Mark. I'm new and I don't have any other friends. No problem. You're really cool and it's nice to make a new friend. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Hi, Mommy. Sayori's mom. Ah, I see you've made a new friend. Who might this be, Sayori? That's Mark. He's got me this cinnamon popsicle. Ah, did he now? She was looking really sad. I thought it would cheer her up. That's very nice of you, Mark. Sorry, do you mind explaining to Mark why you didn't have any money for popsicle in the first place? Well, do I have to? Come on. Okay. I was being a bit naughty earlier. Mommy told me not to eat all of the candy before dinner yesterday, but I just couldn't help it. She said I wasn't allowed to get a popsicle today. Indeed, so she was being punished for it. Oh no, is she angry at me? I'm sorry. I didn't know she was in trouble. Although I'm glad you made a new friend, Sayori. Huh? She laughed softly. Man, Sayori really looks like her. Don't you worry, Mark. You were very kind. It already looks like you two are great friends already. It's okay. Phew. Oh. Mark! Ah! What? Ah! A sudden jolt of reality. With a sudden jolt of reality, I realize I'm back in the present. Given the way Sakura looks at me, he clearly noticed me dozing off. Oops. I'm going to assume you fell asleep because you stayed up late doing some reading about the war. Yes, sir, of course. Excellent. Then you'll be able to answer this next question without any difficulty. Gulp? Yeah, he got me in a trap there. Let's hope it's not too unreasonable. Can you explain to me how Great Britain got involved in the war? Yes, I can! Because Great Britain was friends with France. And France was at war with Germany. And France asked Great Britain to join and Great Britain said yes. That's how Great Britain joined the war. Boom! I would dab, but only if that was still a thing. Although they were kind of hesitant though, in the beginning. If I remember correctly. They were like a bit like, maybe not, maybe. And then something happened. And then they were like, oh yeah, fuck that, fuck Germany, let's go. Let's rock and roll, baby. Okay, this one I actually know. I vaguely remember Sakura talking about this yesterday. Luckily, I'm able to answer this question What? Satisfactorily. Something along those lines. After what feels like an eternity, a wry smile appears on his face. That late night study session really paid off, it seems. He shoots me a knowing smile. I weakly grin back. That was close. Luckily, by the time I woke up, most of the class had already passed. Just how long was I out for? Yeah, well, I was like literally sleeping on my desk for like an hour or something, and he just completely ignored me and just continued with his lesson. You see me with my face on the desk with like a bottle of drool out of my mouth, like. And then all the other children are like, what the hell's going on there? And then he's like, no, it's fine. And then everybody starts to notice a bit more, and he's like, okay, maybe it's not fine. Anyway, as the bell's about to ring, I figured I should finish my lesson before it rings for once. Even though I'm confident that you would rather learn about the intricacies of the war than go to lunch. As if by stroke of fate, Sakura's stomach rumbles. He rarely rubs his face and laughs dejectedly. Well, if that isn't an example of Deus Ex Machina, then I don't know what is. A smattering of laughter fills the room. Class dismissed, everyone. Everyone begins packing away their things and heading for the door, no doubt eager to review after the morning session. Mark, a word, if you will? Oh damn. Why do I get the feeling this has to do with me falling asleep? As the last student files out, I gingerly approach Sakurai's desk as a hint of resignation at my gait. Don't worry, there's no need to look so worried. You're not in trouble or anything like that. You had me scared, sir. I think every student dreads hearing those words. Can we have a word? Or, can you see me after class? If it's any consolation, Mark, you'll still fear those words even after graduation. Oh? Mischief at university, sir? Now, that would be telling. Anyway, I'm getting a little sidetracked. I just wanted to know how you were getting on in class. With the course, that is. Oh well, it's going pretty well, I'd say. History is one of my favorite subjects, and World War I is an interesting topic. Plus, your teaching style really sits well with me. And I'm sorry for falling asleep in class. I know I was a little disrespectful, I just had a late night. There's a knowing look in Sakura's eyes as he dismissively waves away my apology. No need to worry, Mark. I know how high school can be a tiring period, especially when you have a lot going on. Besides, you answered my question correctly, so it's fair to assume that you at least have some idea what I'm talking about. Caught up with a grin at him. With the friendly, understanding aura he emanates. Sometimes you forget he's a teacher. Although, if you could try and refrain from falling asleep again, that would be much appreciated. Fucking yes, sir! Hey, dat ding opgevouwd, was dat niet de bedoeling? I'm sorry, that's an inside joke. A Dutch inside joke, which I would have to spend way too much time to explain, so You can guess what I was referencing in the comment section. Although his tone remains light and friendly, there's an edge of sternness to his voice. I guess it must be pretty disheartening as a teacher if one of your students falls asleep in your class. Oh yeah, of course. Won't happen again, sir. Good. Well, I just wanted to check up on you. You're doing well, so I'm satisfied. Do let me know if that changes. I'd be happy to assist you where I can. Now, I shouldn't be denying you your well-earned lunch break. Ah, thanks. Have a good one too, sir. But if not, he dismisses me and returns to his desk. As I make my way to the corridor, I notice Yuri sitting by herself, lost in a book. As I approach her, I pause. Should I ask her to join me? Oh, is there a choice here? She does look a little lonely, and we're all friends, right? Yes! Yes, of course we're inviting Yuri. As much as I think Yuri is someone who is comfortable being by herself, I think it would be nice to have a new company during lunch. Besides, she gets along with Sayori and I. She looks really lost in thought. Never read out of books, has she? Hey, Yuri! Hugs! It's so weird as well. Like, now that I'm spending a lot of time with Sayori, and now I see Yuri, I really feel like I've missed Yuri. Like, I feel like I've absolutely, missed her for a while. I'm fucking crazy. I care about these pixels way too much. I've fucking emotionally put myself in this school way too way too intensively because I really start to fucking care about these guys. I almost said girls. She jumps slightly, eyes widening at the sudden disturbance. Oops, I forgot she startles easily. Oh, good afternoon, Mark. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. It's okay, I was just very much immersed in this book. I was going to invite you to sit with Sayori and I, but if you'd rather be left alone... A pensive look crosses her face. I get the feeling she isn't used to social invitations. Me? The one and only! Are you sure? I wouldn't want to disturb your conversation. Don't sweat it, it's fine. Oh well, if you're sure. I laugh as she packs up her things and follows me over. Leading the way, I spot Sayori in the courtyard and take a seat opposite her on one of the benches. On the opposite side of her. I guess this is also correct, but it sounds weird in my head. Yuri follows suit. Hiya, Yuri. How's your week been? It's been enjoyable so far. Learning a lot of interesting things. It's definitely stimulating. Although I'm glad the weekend is coming up. Yeah, Sayori and I are with you on that. How about you two? How was your week gone? It's been okay. Some lessons are kinda boring though. Still trying to wrap my head around some of the stuff we're doing in math. Japanese is going well though. I've been looking at the literary techniques and how they can apply to poetry, so I think I might be able to try some new stuff with my poems. Oh? Well, I look forward to seeing that, Sayori. Yeah, same. Monika will probably appreciate it too. Speaking of which, we're having a meeting with the club after school today. Oh, was the question? No. Speaking of which, we're having a just a statement. We're having a meeting. Yeah. Yep, we'll be focusing on what to do for Halloween. Oh yeah, we have the Halloween party again. It'll be a lot of fun. That's right up your alley, huh, Yuri? How so? Well, Halloween is all about horror, right? And your poems typically focus on darker themes. Ah, yes, indeed. She smiles dreamily. I guess a day dedicated to horror is like a dream come true for her. There's definitely a lot of room for creativity when it comes to that genre. Horror is ever so expensive. I don't like that stuff too much. Sometimes it can get really scary. Not a big fan of fear, Sayori? Sorry, that didn't sound too ominous or weird, did it? Not at all. I've always admired how you stick to your interests. It's really cool to see, don't worry about it. Ah well, that's reassuring to hear, I suppose. Makes for some nice variety in the club, Yuri. The bell rings, cutting short our conversation. Well, it's time to get these last few hours over with. See you both in the club. See ya, guys. She cheerily waves. Until then. Yeah, no way that not inviting Yuri is the good option. Fuck that. Even if that's true, fuck that. Fuck this entire Sayori route. Sorry, Sayori, nothing against you, but against the routes that you're on. Nothing against you. Absolutely nothing against you, but fuck the routes that you've been put on. No way that not inviting Yuri is the good way to go. As I open the door, the familiar side of the girls greets me. Although Monika is missing. It's a little unlike her to be late, isn't it? Then again, she was tardy that one time during my first week at the club. Okay, hey everyone. Hey. Hi. The girls have pushed a few desks together and are sitting in a row, with Sayori on the left, Yuri in the middle, and Natsuki on the right. I rarely flop next to Sayori. Hello, Ark. How were your last few classes? About as fun as the last few classes on a Friday ever could be. Oh, what the hell? Yuri, what the hell is this? You were picking up on humor. You weren't picking up on it before. What the hell's going on? Well, this could be a wonderful place to learn new things. I'll admit that a weekend break is always appreciated. It's nice to have a break. For sure. By the way, does anyone know where Monika is? You were just talking about that. She was the one who set this meeting up, yet she's late for it. She rolls her eyes. I bet she's playing the piano or coming back from tennis. Or whatever her latest hobby is. As she says that, the door opens and Monika comes bursting in, an apologetic look on her face. Sorry. I'll keep this brief, don't worry. Sitting at a desk in front of us, she pulls out a laptop and fires it up. There's a silence as the machine whirs to life, along with a slight anticipation. Unfortunately, there's still a trace of tension in the air, undoubtedly stemming from everyone's memory of the festival. It's not particularly prominent, the club still has a laid-back, cozy aura, but there's just enough to serve as an uncomfortable reminder. Guess it was naive to think something so serious would get brushed over so soon, especially the argument between Natsuki and Monika. Nonetheless, Monika, with all her charms as the confident leader, is quick to move things along. Okay everyone, there it is. There it is. So, as you guys know, Halloween is coming up. Sayori and I were talking. How does a Halloween party sound? A Halloween party? Didn't think you were much of a party girl, Monika. No, not that kind of party. I mean, if we held a little event here in the school. Yeah, we could share scary stories, dress up, that sort of thing. Yeah, that sort of thing. Sayori gave me the idea. I love Yuri's like semi-quizzical, semi-interested look. Like I recognize that look. It's because it's the look I have had a lot of times in the past and still have a lot of times today. It's the look of, oh, this is fucking interesting. I want to participate in this, but I'm not going to speak up about it because I'm so scared it'll make me look like an absolute idiot. That's this look. That is this look. The look of interest, but not showing it because you're afraid that your people will make fun of it. I've had that look so many times. I have that look so many times nowadays still, and it's just this. And I just love Yuri for it. I just look so. I don't know. I can't really tell you what it makes me feel. It's just like, yeah, it fits Yuri because again, it's a carbon copy of me. Of course, not because my mouth can't do that, obviously, but you know, like. The connection is there. We could all write horror-themed poems in the spirit of Halloween. Actually, yeah, this. Like, I've had this so many times, and I still have it many times today. Like, something happens or someone mentions something, and I'm like, whoo! I like pry up, and like eyes widen, and like look like. Kind of have that gaze on me, like, but I'm then like, alright, I'm gonna wait for someone to talk to me about it or someone to bring it up naturally. I'm not gonna speak out because otherwise I'm going to look like a fucking retard and I don't want that. And that's way too fucking scary, so I'm just going to keep quiet. But I'm gonna look like this the entire time, so yeah, it's just, I feel immediately how she feels because I have that same feeling. Again, I'm fucking getting way into these fucking characters, holy fuck. Yeah, you light up, and on the other hand, doesn't look quite as convinced. Scary poems? Mass, not really my kind of thing. Well, see it as an opportunity to try something new and grow as a poet. It would definitely be interesting to see what you all come up with. See, that's the attitude to have, guys. Plus, it's been a while since I've done anything for Halloween. I was initially against it at first, but Sayori can be pretty persuasive. And I think I should be able to find some time for it, so... What do you guys think? A Halloween event, huh? Much like Monika, it's also been a long time since I've done anything for the festivity. Most of my Halloween memories come from pranks Sayori and I would pull on each other back when we were children. Although a distant memory, I'd be lying if I said they weren't fun. Yeah, sounds cool to me. I'm in. Although we've got to tell ghost stories too. You know, go all out. I think that's a wonderful idea. Psh, of course you would, Yuri. Yeah, okay. I'd get to scare the crap out of you with my scary stories. I'm down. Yay, it'll be fun, guys. I just have one question though. Do you have the whole of... You said we hold the event here in the school. Assuming we would do it while it's dark, wouldn't the school be closed? Yeah, that's a good point actually. Unless we did it at one of our houses. I don't know if we'd have the room though. Unless you planned on, like, breaking into school after hours. Well... Mona's silence along with Sayori's tone of voice is incredibly telling. No way! You honestly let Sayori talk you into that, Monika? Eventually I told Sayori I was fine with it, but I'm still on the fence about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, could we host a party at one of your places? Natsuki? No! It's a pretty cool idea to break into school. Gotta have that rebellious teenage spirit, right? But what if we get caught? We get in so much trouble. Sorry, Yuri, but I'm with Natsuki here. Oh, no, I would definitely be like Yuri. Fucking awesome idea, but way too fucking scared. That's me, yeah. Especially on breaking into fucking school. Although, also, when the first time I went with Sayori to the Halloween party, when I was with friends, I would also just go happily walk along with it and stuff. Wouldn't the thrill potentially being caught add to the atmosphere? Yeah, that's all. 18 plus content coming up. That's something that a lot of people say about having sex in public, and I absolutely do not get that whatsoever. Like, people like the thrill of potentially being caught, but they don't want to actually be caught. Although some people want to, of course. But you know, like, I don't understand that at all. I don't find that arousing in any way, shape, or form. But there are a whole bunch of people that claim that they do, and I just don't understand. But yeah, no. Wouldn't the thrill potentially being caught at the atmosphere? No, that will not. Yeah, it's scary, and yeah, that fits for Halloween, but no, it just will not, because it's a fucking stupid feeling, you shouldn't toy with that. Besides, it'll probably be pretty creepy in here at night. Thank you, Discords. Why the fuck did you come up all of a sudden? Why the hell is my internet up as well? Oh, I lost internet connection for a while. What the fuck? Okay. And then I reconnected it again and then Discord came up. Okay, whatever. Weird. Why the hell did I lose internet connection then? Must be a problem with the provider. Because my internet and I can see my cables fine right here, and my internet cables are just like normally, so I guess the internet provider had some issues with the servers or something, I don't know. Which is pretty funny because I never noticed because I'm just recording this game. Besides, it'll probably be pretty creepy near at night when everyone's gone home. Perfect place for this sort of event. See? I told you, Monika. Well, I was just surprised how willing you were to break some major rules, Sayori. I always thought you as a student who wouldn't go looking for trouble. Well, once or twice won't hurt anyone. Don't let that innocent exterior fool you, Monika. Sayori can be ever so sly when she wants to be. She's got a hidden dark side, you know? Hey, don't overdo it. Break it up, you two. Well, now that that's been settled, we can sort out some decorations for the room. Mark, please, can we carve some pumpkins? I sigh. As long as you don't accidentally drop one on my foot again. I'll try. Well, that's you two sorted. How about you, Natsuki? I can make some cupcakes or some cookies. Put some Halloween stuff on them, like spiders or whatever. They'd look awesome. And you can bet they taste as good as they look. Yes! You're the best, Natsuki. Geez, all it takes is the mention of cupcakes, doesn't it? But yours are so good though. Well, I am the best. And what about you, Yuri? Based on what you contributed for the festival, am I right in assuming some sort of contribution towards the ambiance or atmosphere? Yuri closes her eyes, clearly in thought. I've come to appreciate how Yuri is someone who really thinks before she speaks. Interesting how the guy also mentions that even though I'm on the Sayori right now. Yes, I think something like that would be ideal. I'll let you know the finer details once I've settled on something, if that's alright. Of course. Well then, on that note, I think that's everything. She finishes typing and puts the laptop lid down. Wait! We should all dress up too. As in Halloween costumes? Yeah. Bit old for that, aren't we? Come on! We used to have a lot of fun doing it when we were kids, so let's do it again. She does have a point there. I guess it could be quite amusing to see what she can come up with as well. Would we be able to come in as anything? As long as it has to do with Halloween, sure. Well, I guess I don't really know if I have the time. Upon seeing Sayori's face drop, she hastens to speak once more. But I'll do my best. Yeah, I'm in too. Looks like I have to get creative as well. Although at the moment the only thing I want to do now is go home and relax. Standing up and stretching yawn looking at the clock. Anyway, I'll call the club meeting here. No poems for today, sorry, but I'm sure your Halloween poems will make up for that. There's a general murmur of agreement as the girls stand up and pack away. Ready to go, Sayori? Okie dokie! Any plans for the weekend? Well, we've got to get our Halloween stuff sorted, remember? So let's head into town and get the pumpkins and things ready. Seeing as you're lazy, I'll let you sleep in and pick you up from your house instead of us meeting at mine. Hey! It's not like I can help it, you know? Anyway, let's meet at noon, okay? Sounds good. See you then. As she turns around and heads inside, I can almost feel my own home beckoning. It's that wonderful weekend feeling. Okay, so now we're actually doing a lot of preparations for Halloween, interestingly enough. With Yuri, it was just like, there we go, Halloween. Boom. There's Halloween now. Well, not really, of course. We did mention that we were... Okay, let's save it here. Of course, we did mention that we were going to write Halloween-themed poems. Of course, that's how I walked to the graveyard and met up with Yuri and got called after which Yuri and Sayori broke into my house to take care of me and set the kitchen on fire. So there was a bit of preparation for that, but other than that, there was not really much preparation. There was like, oh yeah, there's gonna be Halloween, oh yeah, you're gonna be writing a Halloween poem, and then some shit happened. But now it's actually like, oh yeah, Halloween, plan the party, costumes and all that stuff. Like, now I actually went along with the process, and apparently we're going to do some things together with Sayori, which is interesting. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click the like button if you did. Subscribe to join the Roman army, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Valete.